we are saying about the electron transfer in redox reaction. Now let us see that in a little explanatory way or little detailed way. We have taken two reactions where one is Na plus O2 gives Na2O. So the balance reaction is 2Na plus O2 gives 2Na. So here what happens? Na has lost how many electrons? Na has lost, each Na has given 1 electron, so loss of 2 electrons. So this has come here. And what had happened to oxygen? Oxygen has gained loss of 2 electrons and gain of 2 electrons. Okay, so because Na becomes Na, if you take this into, generally they are written in two half reactions, where one is the reaction where electrons are emitted or electrons are given out. And the other reaction, this is first half reaction. And so the second half reaction will be O2. So this has to be into 2 because there are 2 Nas involved. So O2 plus 2 electrons which are generated here becomes O2 minus. Okay, so O2 minus. So in this reaction to get balanced, we have O here, Na2O. So this is actually balancing only this thing. So the whole reaction will be 4Na plus 2O2 gives 2Na2O. Correct? So naturally how much of electrons will be? Then this should be into 4. So this is 4, this thing, so loss of 4 electrons. Okay, so this also be 2 into this thing, so gain of 4 electrons. For your convenience sake, I have written this thing. First this thing Na is giving 1 Na plus E. So there are 4 Nas, 4 into Na, 4E. And now for one oxygen there are 2 electrons are required, so this is O2 minus, since there are 2 oxygen. This. Okay, so this is the second half reaction. So in terms of electron transfer, this is the representation of this is in case where the representation of the reaction in terms of electron transfer. Only is there is a loss of 4 electrons, there is a gain of 4 electrons. Like that, if you take any other thing, say for example Na plus Cl2 gives Na. Once you balance the reaction, this 2 Na plus Cl2 gives 2 NaCl. Okay, so then what happens here? This is, what are the two half reactions? Na gives Na plus 2 electrons. Plus electron. So this is 2. So into 2 electrons. So there is a loss of 2 electrons. Okay, there is a loss of 2 electrons on the whole. So now what has happened here? Cl2, 1 Cl is going to accept 1 electron to become Cl minus. Since there are 2 Cls, Cl2 will become into 2. So the gain of 2 electrons. So what is lost and what is gained should be nullified so that the compound as a whole can be electrically neutral. Okay, you understood this? So this is the explanation of electron transfer by actual this thing, by 2 set of half reactions. And the half reactions are to be balanced to get the final stoichiometric equation. The total number of electrons gained or lost are to be written like this. Okay, so this is about. So this is, we are now saying it in terms of electropositive, electronegative and things like that, but there can be more possible explanation by introducing the concept of oxidation number. What is an oxidation number? Oxidation number is the charge on the element in a compound. Okay, charge on the element in a compound based on, this is arrived at based on certain rules. Okay, charge on the element, charge on the element in a compound based on, if there are two elements, then the charge on each of the element, charge on each of the element. So for each element there will be one oxidation number, charge on each of the element in a compound based on certain rules. So what rules we can have? In general, we can have certain, formulate certain rules saying that most of the electronegative elements, before that, anything in the natural state, any element in the natural state or available in a free state, the oxidation number is considered as 0. The oxidation number is 0. Okay, so for anything, if you take Na, for here, if you take Na is 0. Okay, so in both the cases Na is 0. Then O2 is in the natural state, so O2 is 0. Okay, Cl2 is in its natural state, so Cl2 is 0. So like that, any element which is there in a free state or which is there in a natural state has, whether they are available singly, but in nature their oxygen is a dimer, chlorine is a dimer. So only two Cls will be available together. So as a whole O2 will be 0, as a whole Cl2 will be 0, as a whole Na is 0. So not only the element, so since there is a compound, any element or compound, okay, since we have said O2 ACl2, we have to, O2 and Cl2 are not elements, but they are dimers, so made up of more than one element, so it is compound. So any element or compound in the natural state or a free state, the oxidation number is 0. So that is one set of rules. So what about the other set of rules? Most of the electronegative elements, if they are available in a compound form, if they are available in a combined form, will be considered as minus charges depending upon the number of electrons they are going to accept. Okay, so any electronegative element in combination with other elements, that is, so any element in combination with others will be a compound, isn't it? So compound, any electronegative elements in combination with the other elements is in minus charge. Okay, so for example, if you take chlorine, bromine, iodine, all X2, all halogens will have all halogens X. Now because they are available as, say here the sodium chloride is available as Cl. So all halogens will be -1 because they can accept one electron depending upon the power in which they are going to accept. Okay, is in minus, and the number will be, and the oxidation number is the number of electrons accepted by each of the ion. Okay. So any element in combination with the other compound, so any element, this thing becomes ion. So it is in the ionic state. So any electronegative element, so this will be happening only in ionic form, isn't it? So any electronegative ionic element, ion means either it is minus or positive. So it will have minus, and the oxidation number is the number of electrons exerted by the ion. So for X it is -1, for O2 it is, for O it is 2 minus, no, so it is -2. For O it is -2. For X, that is if it is chlorine, bromine, iodine, this is -1. Okay. So since X, that is chlorine, bromine, iodine, they can accept one electron, so that is -1, and they accept 2 electrons, one O can accept 2 electrons, so it is 2 minus. Okay. Let us see some more rules before arriving at the oxidation number calculation. Of course, this rule of the second rule has some exceptions, in the sense many a times chlorine can also form a compound with oxygen. So in this too, when they are forming a compound with oxygen, anyway we shall come to it, in when the element Cl forms a compound with oxygen, or O forms a compound with any of these halogens, there can be some exceptions to the oxidation number of -1 or -2.